Last week. Hello. Hi Lakshay, hi Mundus. Sorry for an unexpected stream. I wasn't sure about my schedule today. I was first going to start the stream earlier, so you could have seen that in the calendar. Also, I've just uploaded a new video on the main channel. I lost in Google Hashcode 2022, just going through some of the mistakes that we did, which is, I think, more important than going through what happened if you won a competition. Hello, Nasharite, Rohit, Z3 Aaron. Hi, everybody. Hello. Yes, a new video, but not a very educational one, or maybe different kind of educational video. Here's the plan for today. I'm going to do exactly the following thing for a Google Hashcode problem. try some order of projects, like P1, P2, P3, P4, and keep improving. So that's swap two random projects, and check the new score. I got new score. And here this means if you improve the score with this change, then you leave this change. For example, we swap P3 with P5, and I decide to use P5 earlier, and I see if that's a better order. So with this, we should slowly get to a much better order of doing projects. And once the order of project is fixed, by the way, we need to figure out some basic logic to know who should do these projects, and there will be a separate logic for that. The results are declared. I think the results we are looking here on the left side of the stream of the monitor are final. The invoice sweep line? Not really, but something equivalent, I would say. I'm not sure what exactly you mean by sweep line here, but some of my solution involved trying to do some project as early as possible. Oh yes, we solve projects in order I mean, we consider things in order of doing them. I never go back in time. But always I look at some project, I wonder what programmers I would use for that project, and then I just say I use it now, and I update the time of whenever a person is available. So for every programmer, I have this variable available, or when available, something like that. With this, I know when I can use them. Okay, but that's the plan for today. It's something completely different from my code from the competition. So let's try that. Also, this stream is sponsored, and on Thursday, in 3 days from now, on Thursday, March the 10th, there is very similar competition, just like Google Hashcode. There is Replied Code Challenge, and yeah, it's the same rules. 4 teams, a team of 4 hours, 1 optimization problem, big prizes. Was Warsaw Huskies as your teammate? Okay, so we didn't go for that. This is, by the way, last year's problem from Replied Code Challenge. It's something very similar to Google Hashcode. Here it had better visualizations. And if I have enough time today, I will maybe even tackle this old problem, but I want to first of all focus on this one, which I'm not sure if Reply wants me to do it, because as I said, it's a sponsored stream. But I really want to upsolve this thing anyway. And on Thursday, I'm participating. When did I start CP? 10 years ago. Let's try to now make this code work. Oh, and I use a map, stupid map. Camille Smart Solve. Greedy solve. Let's run greedy solve maybe. This is in my private GitHub repository anyway, so I can remove, I believe. Camille greedy solve. Total score is 30. Okay. So those are my scores of a very, very basic solution. In total it has around, I don't know, 1.5 million. And it greedily takes projects just one by one. It doesn't do anything smart. But first, I want to stop using a map, because map is very stupid. There is a project. No, where is a person? Here, there is a person. There are skills. So now I'm not sure about the size here. Is this enough? Okay, so already it's much faster with just this single change. They managed to get almost 3M on the alarm. Yes, the tests DEF, they were very special, and it's understandable that if you do something smart, you can get way bigger results. I think we didn't analyze tests enough, and we didn't analyze our outputs enough. Okay, so there is struct for the contributor or programmer, for the project, for reading, for printing. There is greedy solve, and we'll focus on that. Read skills doesn't matter either. Make map doesn't matter. Okay, I can walk you through this code. The very basic greedy algorithm. This is the first thing that we tried. I had that after 1 hour of a contest. And back then it was enough for top 30, but of course at the end you need to have something better. I had something better, my teammates also had something better, but it wasn't enough for the finals. Here for every project, just in order of projects in the input, we do something with that. And I don't even remember what is happening here, but I want to, as I said below, try various orders of those projects. But also right now it will be very slow, won't it be? Well, that's fine. So, and I can sort them using some heuristic first, but that will come later. Also, I think that this version of code doesn't scale them up, but that's fine. I will copy something from the bigger version of the code. So I will say that this gets order of projects. And now for every IP, let's say in order, that's project ID. I will call it in order. Well, I will just call it greedy. And now the solution will do this. Also, I will need to reconstruct. Well, let's call it annealing, which is not really simulated annealing, but it's related. Create some order of projects. And just do that, greedy of order. And here I will do annealing. Now I should get the same score. If I decide to reshuffle, I should get very different scores. And yes, they are different. It's surprising how much it changed in C. Actually, that's D, because I'm running for B, C, D, E, F. But whatever. And now the actual thing is, I want to know what's the score in this case. Do I know the score? Maybe I don't. With all respect, what rank did you get in qualifications round? That's just my opinion, but I think that, so I would say that this question, what rank did you get in qualifications round? That's fine. That's That's a normal question, but this seems to be an insulting question. With all respect, but what rank did you get? Are you qualified enough to conduct this live stream? Rank 213. That's my rank. And for me, that's very bad. I always was in top 50 or whatever is needed for the finals. Okay, now read. I think the project has function apply. Yes, apply. What does it do? Does it compute the score? Yes, it computes the score here. Let's see. Applying a project, what does it modify? Increases the skills, updates available times, computes total score, and pushes stuff to the output. So we must create some matching function to clear. I will maybe copy paste this to look it up conveniently and create function clear. And I'm copying this just to know what should be cleared. So I'm updating skills and available times. Then for every programmer, I call them counts because programmer I think is a long word. Maybe developer would be a better one. For every programmer, his skills should be resetted and his available time should be set to 0. But skills need to be remembered actually. Well, I can call this. So for every person reset him, total score is 0, output clear. I think this should be enough. So we have clearing. And now in a person, reset, assuming that we have something like memo skills, which at some point we should remember memo skills is skills. Okay, done. Now I believe that we can multiple times do something, but that's not the point. The point is to do this, return the result, at the end say reset. So reset must be first. No, that's not reset, that's clear. But I think reset is a better name. Okay, now this returns the total score. And I can say repeat some number of times. Yeah, let's say for now random shuffle the order. Do this, print X. I should print it to the error output because the other output I'm redirecting. We should see 10 values. Well, it's hard to read in this form. So maybe actually new line. Now we see slightly different scores. That's understandable every time I random shuffle. But I shouldn't do this. I should use a fixed order. And now my score is greedy. And that many times swap to random elements. Swap order of j, order of I. New score. And check if that's better or let's say not worse. I think then this stays. And in this case, let's print news or let's overwrite as well. else reverse back the change. Again with CRR. Not very promising, I would say. In particular, I think that I will print only if the score is bigger. But I will anyway replace, because it's good to try multiple things. So if new score is strictly greater, only then print. But anyway, apply the change. Only if it's strictly worse, then swap back. Now I want to increase this. I basically want to say while true. Repetition can also be printed. Let's say that this is almost unlimited. In B we have already 850,000, and don't tell me that it's already better than what we had during a contest. Oh, that would be so annoying. Yes, it's of course already better than what we had during a contest. 150,000. Well, at least that's not better. 170,000. So we're getting there in test D. Here 1.28. Not, but I think it's better than my score. No, it's similar to my score. And finally 190,000. Okay, so only in B it's better, but already it's significantly bigger by 50,000. Jero not. We are very happy with our improvement from 3000th place to now 90th. Oh, congratulations. That's indeed a huge improvement. Right. So now that we have this, I believe that it's good to try a good starting order. We can try various things. What can we try? Sort. There will be some heuristic function. And I will first sort the project using this function. Where is a project here? What can I use? And now I tried sorting during a contest using different heuristic functions. So here there are many possibilities. For me, let's say for now that a heuristic function is score. And the bigger, the more priority I want to use. So sort like that. Now we have what? What do we have? Oh, the 1 million is already done here. So this wasn't really infinity. Let's use 99 million. Greedily choose project with give maximum possible score. But I think I did the same and only got 800,000. So maybe I had more bugs than I know. Okay, let's kill some stuff. Now it's the new version, right? Right. 160,000, 170,000, 1.3. I'm not sure if I'm doing this correctly. Oh, here, yes. Instead of 170, I immediately got 191. I sorted now by scores. What now? I think that now I should look at my greedy function and see what I'm doing for every next project. In fixed order of projects, I am iterating over all the skills required in this project, and I iterate all the people to check if their skill is enough. If so, I minimize when it's available, and for that we can, I think, easily improve it if we, for every skill, if we know what people have the skill at least on this level. Which is something I did during the real contest, but here it might be slightly different. We did another way of greedy, which scored 970. Sort projects by heuristic. We try to start as many projects as possible. Okay, that seems unusual. Start as many new projects as possible. I don't know how I would implement it. Anyone knows the command? Well, I don't think it will use for bash, but command time minus this, that, and here write whatever you want to run. Like here, 3 megabytes. But I didn't understand the part start as many new projects as possible. Okay, I think now it's time to speed this up, and then I will try to be smarter about my choices. Here it seems to be stuck at 855, which is still better than what we did during a contest, and that's sad. But can I do something better than this? Oh yes, I'm not prioritizing mentoring in any way, which is an easy fix. I just look at that. So minimize time available. In this case, he will be mentored. So I will say that time available, let's say it becomes decreased by something. I don't know, 1,000. If you're mentored, then you're better, even though it might take you more time. This of course, I think it depends. Or maybe I should just cut it. That seems reasonable. Zero. Well, that doesn't work. How do I use best dot first? like that. Okay. So I should compare using those, but that's not how you then figure out the exact start. Maybe this should be more things. Best second dot first. That's a very low score. Projects can be done in parallel, right? That's why I asked you about how you calculate score. When I do a project, I update available time for all the programmers who attend this project. That's it. I also had p squared time complexity. I messed up something, so what if we don't do that? Zero. Okay, so it's bad if I add this. Why? Oh, because it's bigger than infinity. I see. What about now? Okay, it works. So now let's start rewarding for scaling up. 850,000. In C, there is a big improvement if I leave it to run for a long time. I already have 210,000. In D as well. Why did this decrease so much? Apparently it's bad to reward for being skilled up. I'm sitting with mixer jack. Why would I, how do you call it? If you pour it into some other thing, you need to clean it as well. What's the point? Russia is planning to cut off from global internet. Well, yeah, I'm not from Russia. But I see how the accent might tell you otherwise. I'm in Poland indeed. Okay, I did what I wanted to do, and it's surprisingly good, but at the same time it's not that good. So code forces Google hash code. I can experiment with functions more complicated than the score. And this is something I tried during a contest. I think that with those complicated ladders where there is some project with skill required 1, then it will be 2, and so on, you need to be very specific to actually hit all of that. My accent is nothing like the Russian one. I would say that Polish and Russian accents have something in common. I mean, I need something with R. Any experience with big data projects? I think that that's more Russian indeed, but still, there should be some similarity. In this graph, by the way, copy. Do I have color paint? In this graph, we are here. So those are teams better than us. Those are teams worse than us. And it seems to be nice because it's like still top 10%, maybe top 5%, but it still feels like a bad performance. We got, yes, that's something that I don't understand how it's happening. We got 770k by greedily selecting project with that maximizes scores. Score divided by timestamp completed times R. What is R? What is R? Number of rows. Why would we get so many points for that? Well, it's almost like time wasted, but I tried maximizing score divided by time spent. I don't know. Prioritizing people with low skill levels. How? Maybe I should iterate over people in some very specific way. Like here I iterate from 0 to C-1. No, I still I minimize time available when you are available. But if I don't do that, if somebody is available at time 0 and somebody else is available at time C, that's very bad. That being said, the order of projects is supposed to help that. So maybe I should ignore the time. That's an interesting observation. Then what person should I take? Just anybody? Swapping to people with level 1 skill? Yeah, that's indeed, that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to change this and say I'm going to reward for being a lower level, especially if you're strictly smaller than the required level. If you're smaller than or equal, then also do that. Now I ignore the time when available. I completely ignore it. The first score should be terrible, but maybe now the order of considering projects will help a lot. Interesting. Now the score didn't tank that much. And now changing the order of handling projects should help a lot, like really a lot. But to use that, I need to speed this up. And for that, I will not iterate people from 0 to C-1. I will just iterate people that have enough level. What's the maximum level allowed? I think that you will not go above 50. I want to know a set of people with exactly this experience at this skill. This will be a set. The first person I find, if you're not forbidden yet, I take this guy. No, I just say take him. I can do this, that doesn't hurt. So let's say there will be a pair where it's so we get back to the old version. This code I'm removing, but I'm not choosing a person who will be available first. Now let's maintain those sets. There are sets, those with skill ID 1050. Oh, I need to iterate all the skills. And this is where a map would be better. If his skills are at least 1, projects can require levels up to 100. Okay, so maybe a constant will be better. Okay, done. Also, when somebody levels up, I need to modify them. For now, actually, I will run it without modifying. I will keep assuming that they are at old skills just to see if it works in any way. It is faster. It is faster. But also, I want to say, I want to stop this. So break. It is faster, that's for sure. But I want to level them up. So maybe should this be global, because in apply something will happen. Those of this skill and the level now those needs to be global, of course. And I initialize it when resetting, I think. What do you want? Those of SK and level. Those not declared. Oh, because of this. Right. No, there isn't anything like skills.size. Okay, like this. And finally, if something has a requirement of 1, then in this special case, I can also grab somebody not present in a set, because I don't want to put everybody in a set. So if mentor exists, in this single case, it's okay to take somebody not in the set. So, and should I just do it in random order maybe? Or in this case, I will take the first available. If skills of this person, no, if cons of I, if his skills are 0, then choose the first person available. $230,000. I wonder if that's possible. Where is my score? Oh, it doesn't beat my contest score. Our contest score. 135. And this improves a lot. Let's run for other tests. This is D. C. Initially a very, very bad score, but it should improve a lot. B. Do you think there are only 10,000 skills? There could be more. I think there are only 1,000 skills. We checked that statistics during a contest. Here I should in some way actually do that. I'm sure that I have access to it somewhere. I believe in read skills, the mapping size, this thing. So let's call it skills count, or just this. Oh no, next ID actually. Next ID is exactly that value. You see, but this is not necessarily right. Oh, but I don't know this before. This will be slightly faster. 145 in E, and in F it's 230,000 instead of this. Well, it's something. Did we solve rectangle mapping billboard? No. We didn't continue with that. Maybe this is why we messed up Google Hashcode. We didn't practice enough. Summary of what I'm doing right now is I create the order of projects from 0 to p minus 1. Then I sort it by heuristic function, which currently is just the score that it will give you. And then in a while loop, let's say, while true, choose 2 projects, swap them at random, and check if the score would be better. Now, given a fixed order of projects, I go through them and always try to assign people that will gain a lot using that. So if possible, they should learn something new. And if not, I just take any person. Oh, I see. But if there are multiple equally skilled people, I will always take the one with smallest ID. It would be better to actually iterate this set in a random order. Where is that? Here. I think that there is a reason how this is better. Oh, but that's a very bad order, because I mean, it's a bad idea, because now doing this annealing on all of that becomes more random. Oh, I know what is best. If I don't do break here and instead I actually minimize. And I will do break after that. So here, thanks to this, there is kind of a break in this position, but still I go for everybody with the same skill. Yep, that's a good idea, I think. $255 immediately. That's better than my contest score. $256, $257, 172. Here we are getting very close to my contest score in D. Here not even close. And that's B. 855. Yep. So, but in test E, we keep improving, which is nice. Heuristic score to score divided by roles needed? Sure, and I think it's a good idea. It makes a lot of sense to actually look at the number of people needed. So I completely agree that what you're suggesting is better. Where is the Heu function? You think it will be that much better? In B it didn't change much. 140,000 and 73. So far nothing much changed in E, but E requires a lot of time. And finally F. Okay, in F it's instant plus 200 to the score, plus 100 to the score, 100,000 I mean. Well, it's nice, but also sad. Whoa, it's the same score. I'm very surprised by that. Yes, I am very surprised by that, and it's not the optimal score, the optimal value. Okay, I can submit my B, and wait, what did I do? I didn't want to terminate anything. Why is B here? I messed something up. That's B, that's bullshit. I mean, garbage, not bullshit. E is improving, and F is great. I'm looking at the chat. Hacking your auntie's Facebook account. I think I will pass. Okay. Well, still, this improving the score doesn't seem to help that much, because this score is already great. Maybe after 1 hour, the E will be indeed improved. So now what I want to do is I want to dump that, the output, I mean. So we have print. How can I do that? I think I need to here use reopen many times. Let's say that this is... I need some current timestamp. But only in seconds. So time of 0. What is the thing? I think like that. Time 0, that. Will that work? And now, what do I type next? Reopen file name, then an array with mouse, then cd out. Right, cd out. What? Basic string of time. It doesn't cast number to time? Oh, you need C time. I see. No, that wasn't about that. I cannot cast integer to string like that. I need to answer the phone. To string? Really, I cannot cast just by saying string. Okay, thank you, it works. Time of 0. So this, and I also want to say, what do I want to say? Test. Where test will be a string, and I get that string from the input. Oh, and printing. Printing needs to be done more often. So always when we improve something, which is here, we also say print. I expected more files, but that's okay. Maybe everything happened within 1 second. Okay, and now I can run the same for other tests. D E F, and there's also C. Where is Upsolving? Practice mode. This is already Upsolving. Choose file. I am in GHC. Pro.cpp. Well, that's a lot of files. Where's B? Here is B, for example. Let's submit. Instead of timestamp, I should have used the score. Yeah, that would be better. Whatever now. I should in B get 855. Yes. Okay, now what else is worth it? F, obviously. Source code, here you go. Now the most recent F. I should have provided some limitation here. This is F. This is also F. Why E and F are so similar? And in F, what should be the score? 378. Stationary computer. I'm using PC. Wrong answer. Somebody listed in more than one row. I think I understand the issue. Oh, so the score is just incorrect. I'm not checking forbidden here. Well, that said, it was too good to be true, wasn't it? Where's my F? Okay, so it's a small improvement. In B, I got few tens of thousands, like 50,000 improvement. And here it's 200,000 or so. Yeah, almost 300,000. Still, it's far away from the optimal scores. People got way better scores. When LeetCode streams, not in the next month. Yummy. I'm not planning on restarting the LeetCode streams anytime soon. Sorry. I don't know what to try next. I did exactly what I wanted, and I got small improvements. Already showing that my solution from a contest is very bad. And I could here spend 4 hours just like I would do during a contest. But at least I'm happy that it wasn't enough to add 50 lines of code and get amazing scores. Some people got way better scores with a simple algorithm. But I guess that's okay if you try enough functions here for sorting mechanism. Right now it's this. I initialize and the improvements help, and if I leave it running for 4 hours, maybe on E, it will actually improve the score. But right now for me this is the most important heuristic. I wonder if E also is heard because of this mistake that I had. Well, I will leave it running. Now, hashcode is the weirdest competition because many low-rated teams get the highest scores. Is that the case? I wouldn't say so. Maybe this year there was more variance. You know, the skills versus the plays. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, maybe you're right. Once more, because this stream is sponsored, I recommend Reply Code Challenge, which is almost the same contest as Google Hashcode, and it happens this Thursday, March 10th. A team of size 4, you can win MacBook Pros, all that stuff. One optimization problem, like this one from a year ago, where you needed to place antennas in a map to cover a lot of buildings. You were given coordinates of buildings, some costs and ranges of antennas, and you needed to place antennas. And I will participate with my team as well, try to win. My teammate indeed tried many heuristics in the last hour that gave us a good score in B without any iterative improvement. I also tried so many heuristics, and not just sorting projects. I kept choosing a project that could maximize something. So I had p squared, or even p squared multiplied by c, but that wasn't that good. Only in C I'm happy about our score, even though I think somebody said that in C you can get 700,000. I'm not sure now. But in D and F you can get so much more than we did. In E as well, I think. Don't remember now. Well, D and F. B doesn't matter, 200,000 is nothing. Can you share the link? You can use exclamation mark link. Oh, it doesn't work. Sorry. So the link in the chat still will give you the fundraising campaign from a few days ago for Ukraine, which is still a good thing. I don't know how it works exactly under the hood, but I think you still can donate and support. But I did this charity live stream a few days ago. Even contributors in some orders, because that might be a game changer. Even contributors? What do you mean? I think I'm done. I don't know. I don't have really other ideas other than something very complicated. So I did something. At least I practiced a little bit this. But during the contest, I had this intuition that if you have order of 10,000 projects, then swapping 2 of them will change very little. Or actually, if it changes something, it will be this cascade of differences. So you cannot really do local optimizations. Oh, not all the projects, but also contributors. Yes, you're right. And I think that Rethinkers, the guys who took the second place, they did something with contributors as well. They tried iterating over projects and then assigning contributors, but also iterating over contributors and assigning projects. Can we have some code versus problem? Not today, it's too unrelated. Sorry for a short stream, but I think that I will wrap this up now. I don't really have anything more to try. I just lost with this change a lot. I feel discouraged a little bit. But on Thursday there is a new contest, Reply Code Challenge, so maybe that one is a time for me to win again. For us, it's a team contest after all. Who thought of best heuristics is a valid thing in optimization problems. Optimization problems are often about best heuristics. It's not bad. I feel bad because I didn't perform well, but if I did well, I would be happy about me guessing the function properly. Maybe indeed it was with bigger variance this time. I'm not sure. All right, thank you for watching. I was thinking of doing bipartite matching. Oh yes, bipartite matching might help, but also I didn't see much use for that, and you would spend much more time doing it, so I'm not sure. But somebody in Codeforce's discussion mentioned bipartite matching. Though it's 3.5 million points, so not the very top. But Psycho got extra a lot in D. What's that extra a lot? D. Yeah, instead of 200,000 they got of hours, they got 2 million. Maybe we were close of getting a nice score around 1 million in F. I'm not sure. My teammate did that code, but we didn't finish it. Okay, again, thank you for watching. Check out Reply Code Challenge on Thursday. See you, bye.